It's Chris Rowe, True Market Insiders. My camera's not working right now, so I figured I'd do just a little screen share with you to show you something. I've got a drone stock that I think you should know about, especially considering what's going to happen this year and next. But more importantly, I want to show you how I found it. TrueMarketInsiders.io, right? That's our platform. I'm going to hit enter. I'm subscribed to everything. So if you look, products, services, everything, right? So my platform, my dashboard populates everything, right? What we have right at the top strongest sectors to buy right now. Top strongest sectors to buy right now. So there's 45 sectors, okay? Out of the 45 sectors, software is the #1 strongest price behavior. So I don't mean it has the most, the brightest future. I'm not saying that the companies are going to earn more money or that their earnings growth is going to explode. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying the price behavior of the stocks in the software sector is the strongest. The price behavior being the strongest, meaning that they're going up by more than stocks in other sectors. Or it could mean that they're going down by less than stocks in other sectors. And look, right behind that, internet, precious metals, electronics, and telecom. The two things that we focus on here at True Market Insiders in the context of sector investing is what to own, when to own it. What to own speaks to the price behavior. Software ranked #1. That's what to own. You want to own software. The question is, do you want to own it right now? Do you want to own it for the short term? Do you want to own it for the long term? That is the when to own it. Long term, yes. Short term, yes. Same thing with internet. Now, the fact that you have 2 of the 4 technology subsectors right at the top, ranked #1 and #2, tells you that this is a risk on market. It means the stock market has legs, it wants to go up. Tech stocks are generally very volatile. So when the stock market starts gaining strength and you see that the tech sectors move up to the top, that's a great sign. It tells you the market wants to start breaking highs and become very strong. So software, let me show you how this works. You guys have been hearing me talk about one stock in particular recently, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to click on software. All right. And what is the #1 strongest, top ranked stock out of all of the software stocks? Again, there's 307 stocks in the software sector. It's showing the top 10. There's 307 stocks. So what's been showing the strongest price behavior? RCAT. RCAT is a stock that I talked about a couple weeks ago when I discussed selling naked puts. You could have taken 21% return on this inside of less than a month, just for promising to buy the stock at 8. Stock went up to about 10.75 since then. I'm going to click on it. Again, out of all 307 software stocks, this is the #1 strongest in terms of its price behavior. And it's a drone stock. Basically, they sell drone technology to the military and commercially. Now look, again, software sector, when we click into the stock, what to own, strength strong, it's ranked #1 out of 45 sectors. You can see the entire list if you click whatever. When to own it, strong, long term, short term. Okay, the peer relative strength is strong. Can't see that right now. I don't really know why. It also gives you the top 3 strongest stocks in the software sector. If you want to look into CRNC or QBTS, those are also very strong software stocks. And it shows you the strongest software ETFs out of 17 software ETFs. These are the top 3 strongest in terms of their price behavior. Looking down at the chart. All right, well, you can see that this stock traded from 79 cents all the way up to 15 from June to 2025. So about 6, maybe 7 months, the stock traded from 77 cents up to 15. That's pretty good, right? That's what, about 30, it's probably like 25 times your money. It's pulled back. It pulled back to about $8. This is where I wrote the article and I said, hey, you should sell the naked puts, sell the right to buy the stock, or sell the promise to buy the stock at 8. And you got to keep all that money because the stock went up. That's it. The stock might pull back to 9, might go up to 11. It'll waffle around here and it'll be very volatile on the upswings and on the downswings. But overall, the fact that you saw all this volume come into the stock when the stock moved higher, you saw, very importantly, big volume when the stock broke historic highs, very important. And you can see here when the stock broke the previous high again right here, but the volume, even though it was high, it wasn't quite as high as this, right? So we kind of expected a pullback. We got that pullback. Now you see it running again. Not on super high volume. That's why I said maybe it'll pull back to 950 or something like that. But this will be a $30, $40 stock, I think, before the end of the year. You have to admit, drones are kind of, an, let's just say, a sexy story, all right? They're interesting. You're going to see a lot of focus on drones for commercial purposes, for entertainment purposes, for military purposes, for convenience, for commerce, for everything. People are going to be seeing them in the sky all the time. This is a stock that you want to own when the markets start to get very hypey, when you go into that market mania where people stop thinking about valuation and all they're thinking about is not missing the next big winner. RCAT Holdings, RCAT are the symbols. Also, when I dig into the stock, first of all, management owns 22% of the stock, so they are aligned with shareholders. If you look at the annual earnings, they went from losing 83 cents in 2023 to losing only 33 cents to losing 19 in 2025, estimated 2026 almost break even. So you can see that the earnings growth, it's not only growing year over year, but the growth is accelerating. So from 83% decline in earnings to positive 25%, positive 42, positive 89. If you look at that quarter over quarter, something similar is happening in sales. So recently only a 55% growth in sales, then a 424, then 250, then 484. Came back down again, but look what they expect in the future. 61% decline in sales in the quarter ending October of 24. 28% increase, 94% increase, 55. That's when you look at the quarterly sales and you compare it to the same quarter a year prior. So you look at January 25, they're estimating about 7.5 million in sales, right? Compare that to January of 24, same quarter a year ago, they had 5.9 million in sales. So they're expecting 28% growth when you compare the 5.9 million in sales for that quarter to the 7.5 that they're expecting. That's 28%. Then you look at April estimates compared to last April, should be a 94%. And then a 550%, and then up to 1,000. So basically, the sales growth is accelerating, and you're seeing that the earnings growth is expected to be accelerating soon as well. Then you look at the number of funds that own this stock. When a fund gets into a stock, they don't just buy it once and that's it. They don't just buy the stock like Bob Jones, your next door neighbor, buying 1,000 shares of the stock. What they do is they go in and they start accumulating shares of the stock for a long period of time. So it went from 14 funds to 16 funds to 24 funds to 32 funds owning this stock. They're in it. This number is probably going to continue to increase. Again, the drone story is not going away. They provide software as a service that markets, designs, and develops solutions for the drone industry. It's a software company. Software companies tend to have big profit margins. They have dealings with the military. I think you're going to see a lot of interesting news coming out on RCAT Holdings over time. Again, it's a very volatile stock. Don't be surprised if this stock gets down to 7 or 6 or anything like that. I own the stock personally, full disclosure, around call options on the stock, and I might be buying it again in the near future. So full disclosure, I love the stock. And by the way, notice that SoundHound is also here. Let me just click on SoundHound that I told you guys also to buy when it was trading around 2. Stock went up to 23 within a year. I also told you guys to buy the warrants at 24 cents. They went up to, I believe, $22, so almost 100 times your money. I'm not saying RCAT's going to do that, but just saying these are stocks that nobody hears of. You find them on our platform. All I did, very simply, just to remind you, I went to the dashboard, software's number 1, clicked on that, scrolled down, found RCAT. That's how I found RCAT to begin with. That's why I bought it when it was down around 8 before it went to $15. It pulled back, got some more. Here's 10 software stocks that you can start looking at. Again, 10 strongest out of 307. I strongly encourage you, because we don't have a way for you to sign up at a discount online right now. The only way that you can sign up at a discount to get this platform is to call this number, toll free 855-822-0269. If you're international, country code 1, then 561-206-1207. Of course, you can contact them via email, so support@truemarketinsiders.com. There's a lot more to this. I'm not going to explain it all in this video, but what I can tell you, the reason, the timing of this video is about the market gaining strength, and it really has legs. Let's look at the other technology sectors. So here's the semiconductor sector. It's blue. The software sector is blue. Trying to find the computer sector on here. Computer sector, it's ranked number 7. It's blue. And the internet sector we saw was ranked number 1, and it's also blue. It's somewhere on here, INET. You guys can find it yourself. But if you click here, when they're blue, demand is in control. Institutions are buying it. And if I go back maybe a month to January 10th, if I click there, you can see how red it is. 38 sectors had supply and control. That means institutions were selling 38 sectors so much that they were breaking below support levels. Only 7 had demand and control. If I go up here, and then you can see gradually, let's go 2 weeks later, see how it's turning more blue. 29 have demand and control. And if we go to the most recent close yesterday, still 28 have demand and control. The market has legs. It's getting stronger. The right sectors are right at the top 5 strongest sectors right there on the dashboard. This has been Chris Rowe, True Market Insiders. I strongly encourage you, give us a call. Just ask about this because they'll be able to explain it to you. They'll be able to walk you through it. And if you do decide that this platform's for you, I have webinars twice a week. I have one later on today. If you sign up today, you'll be on a live webinar talking with me and the community of people, some of which have been signed up with this for a decade. So, and they've seen the evolution of the service. All right, there's so much more to talk about here, but can't do it all right now. Market's strong. It's a real market. Definitely want to be in. But more importantly than timing the market the right way is being in the right sectors. Which sectors are going to go up 50% in 6 months, and which sectors are going to only go up 5% in 6 months. You want to be in the right sectors. It's way more important than timing the market or even your individual trades well. It's what you're in. What is more important than when? All right, this is Chris Rowe, and I hope this has helped.